Radio, man. It's Captain K, you know what I mean? My co-host in here with me, Young Millie, you know what I mean? We talking about relationships, yo. Like, what's more important, money or a motherfucker that's gonna be there with you all the time, yo? You got a call online. Call 504-496. What's up?
I have to disagree with the idea that men have ever cared more about money. I think that is a child's game. I think a boy cares more about money. And I have to say that I don't think you ought to be paying the woman to stay with you. I don't think that it should be required for her or for you to have money to be with the one that you're in love with. So basically, I think that you truly, and people find this to be cliche, you truly only need each other. Not to say that you should be living on the streets and have an adequate relationship, but it should never be dependent for her that you take her out all the time, and it should never be dependent on you that you never take her out, or that you can't do things for her that are costly, because money is only worth as much as the value you give it, the experiences which you purchased, the memories which you funded.
Now, that's a good point. Let me ask you this, though. So if you feel like if a man says money is a priority, he's still a boy?
Right. Any person who thinks material things are important, any man who thinks, or any person who thinks that a piece of paper is worth more than a relationship, that a piece of paper is worth anything more than a piece of paper is a child. He sees the value in that which does not exist. He sees something for which there is no meaning and holds it in high esteem. And to me, that is absolutely foolish. And I consider that a child, and I consider that a man. A man knows that his career is not equivalent to success.
So what are you here for? Are you on this earth? You're here for a woman. I mean, that's
I'm here for a woman who will love me as deeply as I love her, and for children who will love me as deeply as I love them. That's what I'm here for.
Now, it's not a lot of people out here that actually think like that, for real. I mean, you got people that think they're out here to achieve other things and, achieving, working towards a relationship, exactly. I mean, some people go single for a long time trying to do something that they wanted to do since they've been young, you know what I mean? So, like...
but the two aren't separate. I'm currently in the United States Navy. I'm currently pursuing Special Forces. I will spend the next 8 years of my life alone. I have given up any kind of relationship whatsoever, and I'm not the person who has flings or who dates and doesn't plan on finishing it. So I've given up every kind of intimacy, even a kiss, a date, any of it. I've given all that up in the pursuit of what I'm going to do. But I do not do it despite a relationship. I do it because I believe it's for my country. I do it because I believe it'll make me a stronger man, a smarter man, a better father, a better husband. I do it for them. I abstain from everything for them, not despite them.
So you're saying you already have a family, or you're saying you don't have a family in you?
I'm saying I don't. I'm saying that I am a 20-year-old man who I consider to be attractive, who has abstained from sex on the basis that I will never have sex with someone who I do not love. And I've been in love once, and it didn't work. And I'll never do that to my children. I'll never raise children in the military, and I'll never put a wife in the kind of hardships that I'm enduring.
I'm saying, I mean, does this have anything to do with like religion? Because I know people who are
No, I'm Buddhist. There are no constituents for my religion in terms of relationships whatsoever. I'm entirely my own person.
So I find this an interesting take, and like these are all opinions. You know what I mean? And your opinion is, it can teach a lot of people. I definitely, we hadn't heard it get kind of take this whole day, not from no man's standpoint. I think a lot of times, like for me hearing how you view it, I would sit there and be like, whoa, like you might got to be careful, because if you're saying like, all right, you're gonna go and spend the next 8 years of your life making yourself a great person, like you're zoning all negative things out. You know what I mean? For the next 8 years, and make yourself a better person. You're gonna make yourself almost, I don't want to say like a perfect person, but you know what I mean? You're gonna have a lot less flaws than other people might. Then you just going like what you just, I don't know, how would you go about picking somebody to be in your life then? You know what I mean? Because now they got the you can't just, huh?
Well, this is the plan for me, and it's a flexible one, but this is the idea, is that I'm going to go into Special Forces. I'm going to do the hardest thing that I know that one can do, and I'm going to do it well, and I'm going to do it for reasons that I believe are right. when I am finished with that, the first time I'm done, because you have to serve for 2 years of training and 6 years of service, so it's 8 years. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to go somewhere beautiful, somewhere far away from people, somewhere to recollect myself, as it were. And once I've done that, then I will find what it is I want to do, whether it's the right, whether it's to do anything, to be a doctor, and that's when I'll find where I want to do that at, and then hopefully there I'll meet a woman who will love me as deeply as I love her, and then from there on I hope to have a family. So.
Well, like as of that point, you hope to be financially stable, though, right?
Say again.
I mean, when you get to that point where you searching for this person, you hope to be financially stable, then, right? I mean, well off.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm a very financially stable person.
See, you're doing what you should do first. That's. I mean, you got a good plan, but everybody doesn't think like that.
I mean, I guess I don't know. He's right. Everybody don't think like that, but in a sense, what your plan is ain't much different than a lot of people's. And the way I say it's not different than a lot of people. Like, for example, I'm not going to go into much detail with me, but for the next few years, at least 8 years, I plan to go full force to get money. But in between that, I'm definitely going to have sex and do a few other things. You know what I mean? However, I'm not going to sit there and commit myself into no relationship. You know what I mean? Because of the time that it's going to take. And I feel like I'm going to be getting this money and put myself into a certain comfortable state, like financially, so that way I don't have to, if something happens, I can be able to take care of it. But I don't know. I guess my first goal, and I guess a lot of people's first goal isn't necessarily like you already got in your mind. You're going to find a lady, you're going to have a family, she's going to be perfect for you, and this, that, and third. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people, at least the ones who've been calling in, they realize, they hadn't ran into no perfect person, and it's hard to sit there and see too far ahead. You know what I mean? Like, you got a job right now, you know what I mean, that you pretty much know what you're going to be doing unless something come up. And, that might be a surprise, but for the most part, you know what your routine is. You know what I mean? Like, these people out here, they're going to get fired. You know what I mean? They're going to get fired, and their situation isn't stable. But in the same sense, I think everybody,
There's a quote from a poet named Pablo Neruda, and he said, "You are like no one else because I love you." And what he means to say, and what I think people don't always quite grasp, is that when he says that, he means to say that you are incomparable to anyone else because I love you. No matter if anyone is more beautiful than you, more intelligent, more fit for me, they can never be comparable to you because they don't have my heart. And that above everything makes you so incomparable to them that they aren't even a thought that crosses my mind. So for people to look for something perfect is impossible. You have to look for that connection, that love, that truly passionate, extraordinary love that makes you feel that way, that makes you say, if Jennifer Connelly, if Rachel McAdams, if Beyonce, if any of these, top 10, beautiful actresses, any of them, if any of them had come up to me and said, hey, would you like to spend the night with me, that you wouldn't even consider it because you love this person so deeply. That's what people ought to be looking for, not a perfect person that meets a checklist on their little phone or something like that.
Nah, I mean, but even still, I think, for somebody to find that person, there still be a checklist there, you know what I mean, some sort of way. Like for me to be for Beyonce to be right here and be like, yo, I want you, and for me to say no, well, some girl must have met my criteria list for me to be like, nah, I'm good, right?
Right, but that's what I'm saying though. It's not a criteria list that you have to meet. The only thing that should be on that list is to be madly in love with them. That's it. Because for me, for instance, I can tell you that I really don't like blondes. It's not that I hate blondes or that I have some kind of prejudice against them. But if I were to choose between the exact same woman and her, one half blonde hair and one half brunette hair, I almost always go with the brunette hair. It's just something that attracts me. It's a preference that I have, right? Just like with food. But to say that it's a requirement for me that she not be blonde is ridiculous. I can easily fall into someone in love with them besides her. And in fact, it will always be that way. You'll always fall in love with someone despite their character, despite their physical appearance. And so because of that, you should never go looking for it because none